So, hello everyone. I hope good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, wherever you are, or at what part of the earth you are there. Okay, so this is our second day. Myself, Chitranjan Upadhyay, your math trainer, trainer, quant companion. Okay, and let's start with the with our process of preparation. Where we have left last time. Last time means yesterday, and we are going to start from the very point we had. I had covered some of the basic points, some of the basic concepts, and yes, we are going to cover those concepts, and alongside the algebra part would be taken care of. Okay, so let's start our GMAT preparation. So to make this journey easy, I urge you to guys, download our Learn for Exam app for Android as well, for iOS as well, from the Play Store, for the App Store. And the thing is, please do download them. It would be very helpful to you. Okay. If you can hear me, you can say. If you can see the screen, if you can hear me clearly, can you can revert. Okay. Meanwhile, I hope I'm very clear to you all, guys. Okay. So we'll start करते हैं. Let's try some stuff. Okay. So majorly our focus is with this series is GMAT math. Okay. The GMAT part, and it is a different exam. As I've told you yesterday, it is a different exam, altogether different. And the thing is, the way to crack it, the way to approach it would be also different. We are, it is not like the content driven one. It is like you have to score much, and you should have some tricks in your back, and test taking strategies and all these and all, which I'm going to discuss gradually. And how you select your colleges, how how is your work, everything, it counts. And the thing is, once you go to those B schools, you would learn many things. And the thing is, your life would be altogether different. And the thing is, it would be a different kind of exposure. You would, with this exam, you would have an ample, I don't say ample, it's sort of the plenty of opportunities, plenty of B schools in your basket to apply for. So the thing is, that makes GMAT a most favorable students, most favorable exam for the B school aspirant all around the world. This is the most famous, this is the most hot favorite exam. So let's try some stuff out of it. Like we have discussed something like integers, natural numbers last time. And there is a special category of numbers as well. I used to, just touch those things, touch those concepts, and that is prime number. That is a prime number. And I hope you understand what is a prime number. If don't, just listen to me and please do response as well. Prime numbers are like 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, like these sort of the numbers, these are prime numbers, because if you take the factors of those numbers, you would have only 2 factors in numbers too. Okay, in numbers there are 2 factors of prime numbers. Like for 3, how many factors are there? 1 and 3. Like 5, 1 and 5. It is like factors like number which can divide it, or the the numbers into which it can be divided, and it has to be exactly natural numbers. Factors are, they can be negative as well. Okay, integers actually. So the thing is, factors are proper numbers. They cannot be decimal. Like for 2, it is 1 and 2. Okay, so these are prime numbers. Does 1 a prime number? If I ask you, 1 a prime number? No, you would say no. It is only having 1 factor, that is 1 only. So it is not a prime number. Okay, so these are the prime numbers. Prime numbers are very valuable. So as if there is no such strategy to actually tell prime numbers, which one number is prime number, which number is not prime number. But you can try one strategy. Okay, if I ask you any number is a prime number, like 361 is a prime number or not. So what you need to do, take the square root of this, and whatsoever is square root of this, okay, you just need to say, for example, square root is coming. If you exactly don't know what is the square root, you can say that it has to be near 20, because I know the square root of 400 is 20, so it has to be less than 20. So something like less than 20. So you can check by dividing all the numbers from all the prime numbers from 1 to prime factors from prime numbers from 1 to 20, and divide 361 by that. If it is divisible, then it is not a prime number. Okay, well and enough. Let's go to the next slide, next part. Okay, and that is a question, and choose this question for you to actually realize that what is the prime numbers. And of course we are going to go through those all questions, so don't worry, just stay calm. So this is a question, this is a type of question, it's a good question. Let me tell you, what is the question? If x square minus y square is 101. So the thing is, if I need to break this question, this is how I solve. I would hit this number, or this number would come to me like anything. But this is a prime number. 101 is a prime number. You cannot divide it by any other numbers. See, if you get acquainted with some numbers, excuse me, if you got acquainted with some numbers, so you would have very fair enough idea about the such prime numbers. So you don't need to bother about much about those numbers, and these numbers would come to you naturally. So you just need to have some numbers at your hands, and otherwise I would conduct a separate class for you to have some familiarity with the numbers. Okay, so this is a prime number. So if I break this number, it can be like 1 in times into 101. These can be the only factors of a prime number. And I can factorize this as well. X minus y, x plus y. This is a simple formula. Don't worry, I would tell you even like this x plus y whole square. Okay, this is a formula most of you know, is a plus b whole square. Okay, x square 2xy y square, like simply x minus y times x plus y. So this formula is x square minus y square. Okay, so I can break this as like x minus y, x plus y, and this is coming as 1 times 101. 101 cannot be factorized much. Yes, no, you can have any graduation, but the thing is, most of the colleges prefer like 4 years of 4 years of graduation. Okay, so don't worry, I'll guide you for that as well in separate videos or something like that. Okay, so 100 and 101, 100 and 101. Now can you see that I need to figure out some numbers whose difference is 1 and whose sum is 101. Any one of you can think it, whose difference is 1 and sum is 101. Difference is 1, that means they have to be consecutive. They have to be consecutive. And sum is 101. So the numbers must be 50 and 51. You can solve it, you can do the math as well. The objective of presenting this question is only this. I just want you to have an exposure with the importance of prime numbers. That's it. Yes, you can join, and there are other programs as MIM for the freshers. Okay, there are other programs as well, but you can join after me immediately. You can also join. There are some programs. Okay, I can't say you can join every program of every college, but still you can have some programs. Okay, then can you see that 50 and 51 would be the number? Then can you solve this? Like 51 square plus 50 square. So if you just have some idea about prime numbers, you can solve a good question, a big shot. 51 square is 2601 and 50 square is 2500. So it would be 0, 11. This would be the answer. This would be the answer. So my point was only the importance of prime numbers. Okay, nothing else. So okay, there are many things to tell you, but the thing is, we have to be, in line with the exam preparation. Okay, let's go to the other, other part, which is data sufficiency. So here I'm introducing one of the major chunk of, GMAT math, which is data sufficiency. Data sufficiency are the types of question. It is the category of question. So you can categorize GMAT Quant into two parts. One is problem solving, like the simple questions. What question is asked, like the last one question, and they ask you a problem and give you 4 options. Okay, like the last one I have asked you x square plus y square, and I would give you options. So this is problem solving. What is this? What is that? So what exactly the value one? Data sufficiency, there you are having a statement, okay, and then there you're having a question, and then having 2 statements, first and second, and you have to figure it out, whether only first statement is sufficient, whether only second statement is sufficient, whether only third statement is sufficient, or third means combining them is sufficient, whether they are individually suffice enough. So this is data sufficiency, where you need to figure out, can you answer a question? Can you answer a question on the basis of a statement? Okay, so let's try it, and let's go with the first type. So the options A, B, C, D are constant. A, B, C, D, E are constant. So I'm just giving a, a overview, a general and easy exposure of these options. What does these option stands for? Okay, it stands for. So let's start. So question is like, what is the value of x? What is the value of x? Like, what is your name? And then there are 2 hints, 2 clues, first one and second one. Can you see that x plus 7 is equal to 12? So x would be, on earth, the value of x can only be 5. Yes. With first statement, I am getting an exact, a concrete answer, which is 5. Now let's see, second statement says x is an integer. So is an integer, but there are so many integers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 100, negative 200. So I'm not getting a concrete answer for x. So second statement is not suffice. First is suffice. This sort of, this sort of option, this sort of condition is A. Australia. When only first statement is suffice, second is not. Suffice to get the answer of the statement of the question. No, you need to have graduation, Sadiq. You need to have a graduation degree. No, second, what is the value of x? Okay, I have a statement, x is an integer, x plus 7 is equal to 12. X is an integer, there are many integers. So with the first statement, of course, I cannot, x can be 1, 2, 3, 100 minus 50, like this. I cannot come to a conclusion. So this is not suffice enough. For the second statement, x plus 7 is equal to 12. So x would be 5. Yes, this is suffice enough. So if the second statement is suffice enough, first is not, then I call this option as condition as B. Then we are going to use B. B, Brazil. Okay. Boston, precisely, preferably. Now the third, can you see this third? C. What is the value of x? Question is this, what is the value of x? First statement is x square is equal to 25. Can you give me the value of x from here? If x square is 25, what would be x? Let's see each statement individually. If I see statement first individually, what would be the value of x? So you might be thinking it would be 5. No, it would be plus minus 5. Actually, if you solve this, so there will be two solutions because this is quadratic. The degree is 2. X would be plus 5, x would be minus 5. Like I've told you, a square minus b square, it can be goes like a square minus b square, and it can be factorized like x minus 5, x plus 5 equal to 0. So there I'm getting two answers, like what is your name? I'm getting two names. Your name is Raj, your name is Aryan. So I'm not coming to a concrete conclusion. So first statement alone is not suffice enough. Alone. Now let's go to the second statement. X is greater than equivalent to 0. So it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 1.5, it can be 2, it can be anything. So second statement alone is not giving me a concrete conclusion. So it is also alone not suffice. But once we combine them with the first statement, there are two values, plus 5, minus 5. With the second statement, it has to be greater than equal to 0. So if I use both of the filters, both of the statement, then x cannot be negative 5. So x would be 5, and a concrete conclusion, concrete solution to our question, what is the value of x? X is 5. So I call this condition, we call this condition as C. C for combining, C for combining, C is California. So C is our this situation when you need to combine both statements. When you need to combine both statements to get a concrete solution, a concrete conclusion. Okay, and alone they are not suffice. Let's see the fourth situation, fourth case. What is the value of x in this case? What is the value of x? What is your name? Now let's see. With the first statement, I am getting x plus 7 is equal to 12. So x would be 12 minus 7, which is 5. Okay, fair enough. I am getting a concrete conclusion, or I'm getting an accurate one. I'm getting only one solution, a unique solution. Okay, numero solution, a unique one. So that is 5. But with the second statement alone, if I use that, x is equal to root of 25. What would be your answer? Again, it would be only positive 5. Okay, in case of this root, you only take the positive, as if I say root 36, so answer would be only plus 6. But if it had been this, so it is just the case of the degrees. Okay, and this is not actually principal root function, this is. So I don't want to dive in deeper into that, but the thing is, if it is square, so there are the degree is 2, okay, power is 2. So there will be two solutions. Okay, maximum 2 solution. Here maximum can be one solution, and that is plus 6. So using the first statement, I'm getting plus 5. Using the second statement, I'm also getting plus 5. So this is D. Okay, Durban. Dublin. Okay. So D, when each statement is suffice enough alone is suffice enough alone to give me a concrete or a unique solution. Unique solution, and that is of course, and both are same. Both has to be same. X is equal to 5. What is the value of X? If somebody is asking what is your name, so both statements should give your name is Raj, Raj, Raj. Okay, and now that is D. Now the fifth type. Sorry, the fifth type. What is the value of X? First statement says X has to be greater than 0. There are many, 1, 2, 3, 4, many, 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 many. Second statement says X is an integer, and there are innumerable integers. We have -1, -100, -300, 1, 0 as well, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 blah. So not a concrete, not a unique solution. But when we combine them, so it cannot be A because first statement is not suffice enough. It cannot be B because second statement is also not alone suffice enough. Now let's combine them. If you combine them, it has to be greater than 0 and it has to be an integer. Greater than equal to 0 and it has to be integer. So actually this is talking about the positive integer. Positive integer. And they are also many, innumerable. So again, on combining them, I'm not getting a solution. So I would reject C as well and D as well because they are not suffice enough alone, first statement, second statement, to give me a conclusion. So the fifth case is E, when you are not getting a conclusion, a solution by first statement or second statement, neither on combining them. So that case is E, when you cannot do anything actually. Okay. So this was a quick overview of all the five, conditions in data sufficiency. So now let's go how to attack some questions. Now, can you see? You must be wondering whether I need to go for each condition, A, B, then C, then D, then E. And my dear friends, answer is no. See, for this question, I'm taking a very easy, question for demonstration. But the thing is, my objective is you just need to, you know, have an exposure of that regarding the different tricks, different conditions, different approaches. Okay, and we would go from basic to the advanced, of course, and I will tell you how to, score maximum in GMAT. That also, but let's first of all go to the basics, very basics of those. You know, it is for all those who are just scratching, starting from the scratch. Okay, so what is the value of X first? And statement first say X plus 7 equivalent to 12. So of course, the statement first gives me a unique value for X. And I know that statement first alone individually is sufficient to give me a unique solution. So it has to either A or D. If just by seeing the first statement, I can come to the conclusion whether it can be A condition or D, whether it can be, like Australia or Dublin. And if the first statement is not sufficient enough, then it can be only be BCE. Then it cannot be D as well. So I just need to follow this approach, AD or BCE. So either need to go for AD or need to go for BCE by just looking at the first statement. And the catch with this data sufficiency problem is that we do not actually needs to solve the question. It is more about anticipation. So that is why this GMAT math would be a different one as per your other exams. Okay, cool, great. So let's try a problem of this data sufficiency. And believe me, alongside I would also be covering your algebra. because GMAT course, as I've told you yesterday, it constitutes elementary algebra, not the exact technical algebra, and you have to know much concepts and the graph and the function and all, and then differentiation, maximum, nothing. The elementary algebra, and you just need to how to solve it. And that algebra you can also you know kill that algebra using numbers. It is better to think in numbers. Okay, I would give you one puzzle, and I would suggest you to think in numbers or think in variables like these. So question is p equal to 6? Okay, now I don't want to give you different type of data sufficiency questions. I want you to just realize it, do not cramp it. And that is the point of these management studies or any sort of education, is to think. So the question is p equal to 6? So what could be your answer? Is your name Raj? So what should be your answer? Your answer should be in terms of yes or no. So in this case, is p equal to 6 equivalent to 6? Either I get a yes or I get a no. Okay, either I get a concrete yes or I should get a concrete no. Exactly. It should not be like maybe. Okay, in that case, in this sort of the data sufficiency, the answer has to be perfect yes. Is your name Raj? Yes, my name is Raj. Okay, is Independence Day like lies on 15 August? Yeah, that is a fact, true. Okay, is Delhi capital of India? Yes, New Delhi is the capital of India. But is it raining outside? Outside, I cannot say. Is it raining in Mumbai? It is raining in Chennai. Is it raining in New York? Is it raining in Ontario? I cannot say. So the thing is, it is neither a concrete yes nor a concrete no. Okay, let's go to this question. Is p equal to 6? So I should get a either concrete yes or concrete no. Let's go to the first statement. P square is equal to 6p. Now, with this statement, most of you or Indians would think like p, you can cancel p with p and you get p equal to 6, and that is what we are searching for. But that is not. See the degree of the power is 2. So the maximum solution can be 2. Maximum solution is 2. It can goes to 2. So if you exactly solve it, it would be like this. P minus 6 times p equal to 0. So either p can be 0 or p can be 6. So there are two solutions. Now see, if I say is p equal to 6 in this case, what would you say? What would you say? You would say yes in case of 6. You would say no in case of 0. So I'm getting a yes, I'm getting a no. I'm not getting a concrete yes, I'm not getting a concrete no. Okay, so what would be your answer? It is like sort of maybe. Is p equal to 6? No. Is p is equal to 6? Yes. Is p equal to 6? No. So yes, no. So statement first is not suffice enough. And if statement first is not suffice enough, then I need to ponder only for BCE approach. Either it can be B, or it can be combination, or it can be none of them. None of them is suffice enough. That is E. Or even combining them, it is not sufficient enough. So let's see what is second statement. P is even. Oh, P is even. There are many even. P can be 6, P can be 4, P can be 2, P can be negative 24. So is P equal to 6? Yes. Is P equal to 6? No. 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 So I'm getting yes, I'm getting no. So second statement alone, individually, is not sufficient enough. So B cannot be the case. Now let's combine them. First statement says P is equal to 0 and P is equal to 6. Second statement says P is even actually. When we combine them, P has to be even and P has to be equivalent to the statement P square is equal to 6P, or P is equivalent to, it can be equal to 6, it can be equal to 0. Now here the catch is 6 is even. Okay, this passes the filter. 6 is even. Now you can apply one more filter. That filter is even, comes from the second statement. 0 is even. Yes, if you need to think about it, 0 is even. Yes, 0 is even as well. So 0 also crosses the filter. So I am getting, even on combining them, I'm getting two values, P0, P6. In case of 6, yes. In case of 0, is P equal, again go to the question, is P equal to 6? Yes. Is P equal to 6? No. Is P equal to 6? Yes. So even on combining, I'm getting a yes and a no, not a concrete yes, not a concrete no. So combination is not, California is also not the answer. Combination is not, sufficient again. So the answer is E. E for, you can go for England. England is the answer for this. Okay, England. You can do, neither statement is suffice enough, nor combining them is sufficient. Okay, so that is all for today, and that is all. I just gave you a general overview of the type of the data sufficiency question and gave an example as well. Okay, and meanwhile you can visit our website Learn for Exam, and there is our Telegram channel, and we are also starting our crash course of CAT on 15 August. And you can, for your help, there are ebooks and you can download with some discount off. So that's me, Chitranjan, and bye for now. Thank you. Take